Hey guys, this is Yugitopia here again. Instead of doing a second part to the video that I put up last time, which is how to use Infernities, I figured I should do a deck profile before I go on and explain the concepts and ideas that I have for the second video. So let's jump right into it. Some things in here I'm testing out, and I'll explain that all later. But so here's the deck profile. First off, we've got 3 Infernity Archfiends. 3 is standard in every Infernity build. I don't think you'll find an Infernity deck, even a randomizer deck, without 3 Archfiends in it. I'm running 3 Necromancers. Again, pretty standard for an Infernity deck. By the way, this is an Avenger build. As you can see with the 2 Avengers, I've got 2 of them. I only need to run 2. 3 is too many, and 1 is too little. I am running 1 Mirage. It's one of the things I'm testing out. The theory behind it is that by running 1 Mirage, you can never draw into 2, and therefore never have a double Mirage clogged hand, which has lost me plenty of games. So just 1 Mirage. Infernity Guardian, this is not one of the things I'm testing out. I will actually say that I really recommend playing this. It's won me so many games, even though it's a really defensive card. I'm running 2 Tour Guides. I'm running 3 Necromancers, so I want to be able to get them out with Tour Guides. Just go into rank 3s and all that. You've got the 3 that you always run in Infernities, which is 1 Dark Grepher, 1 Armageddon Knight, and 1 Stygian Street Patrol. To get your monsters in the graveyard, and Stygian Street Patrol allows you to go into combos. Now for the spells, I've got 1 Infernity Launcher, obviously. Dark Hole. I've seen people not run Dark Hole in Infernities because you're counting on your monsters being there. But while setting up, I find it's really necessary to use your Dark Hole. Plus, if they ever get over your combos, it's a pretty necessary card. I'm running 2 Mystical Space Typhoons because I do not want to top deck into 3. This deck is going to obviously be top decking throughout the entire game because it's Infernities. It runs out of the hand really fast, and so I don't want to top deck MST at the last moment there and just have it be a total dead draw. I've lost games because I got a bad top deck. Monster Reborn, which is an awesome top deck, should have been up there with Dark Hole, but I'm pretty standard. It's a staple. Rhoda, you get your Armageddon Knight and your Dark Griffer. Pot of Duality, this allows you to, I'm only running 1 because I think that 2 may be too many, because sometimes the deck is so fast and setting up that you won't want to do 2 because you want to be special summoning. But I find that 1 really helps with the setup. Running a Foolish Burial, pretty standard, gets your monsters into the graveyard, specifically Stygian Street Patrol or one of your main 3 combo pieces. And if you don't know what I mean by combo pieces, check out my first video. I've got it on there. 1 for 1. Again, I'm running only 1 Mirage, but I'm also running Avengers. And it may seem pretty silly to use that to bring out an Avenger and go minus, but it works in this deck, running only 1 Mirage, plus the 1 for 1. Because you can get out Avenger from your hand. Many people don't know that about this card, is that you can discard a monster and still special summon that level 1 monster from your hand. And I've abused that effect many times. Now the card that I'm testing out in here, one of them, is Zero Max. I usually do not run Zero Max, and I've heard a lot of people say that Zero Max is bad, but the reason I'm testing it out is because, in theory, it can bring out your Necromancer, and then use your Necromancer to bring out your Archfiend, because Zero Max makes Archfiend miss the timing. So, I mean, I've seen people try Zero Maxing into Archfiend, and then saying that they get the effect. It doesn't work that way. But I'm testing this out. Maybe replace it with some other spell card, maybe even a Heavy Storm, even though I really don't fully recommend that. But either Heavy Storm or Book of Moon. I just have a personal grudge up against Book of Moon. That's why I don't run it in here. Anyway, onto the traps. We're running 3 Infernity breaks, because Infernity break is beast, and it's another one of my favorite cards in the deck. I'm not running barriers in this build. One being I can't afford barriers right now, and 2 being I wanted to save until I got barriers. I could have got them sooner, but at a higher price than I can a little bit later. But I will eventually have barriers. Tip for running barriers from me as a personal preference, I would run 2, because you only really need 2, and by the time you've gone through 2 of them, you would have 1 already pretty much. But running 2 allows you to have more space for cards, and it just sometimes it can get clogged. It sounds crazy that a barrier can get clogged, but it can. Running 2 Solemn Warning to negate the summons of opponent's monster, pretty obvious and standard. In this deck, I'm running 2 Mirror Force, and in the second part to my first video, which is going to be the video coming out after this, I will explain why I run double Mirror Force and double Torrential Tribute, and also double Bottomless. And I'll also explain the double compulsory, all of those cards. I will explain why in the second video, or the video after this, which is the second part to my first video. And the last cards, I'm running Dark Bribe. I'm testing that out because the deck in Top 16 Guatemala ran it. I'm personally against it because it is a straight up -1, but I see why he used it, and I'm just still testing it out. In one called the Haunted. So it's pretty standard Avenger build, except for all of the trap cards. But that's the main deck, and I'll bring out the extra deck. The extra deck isn't anything special. It's 1 Mistworm, 1 Infernity Doom Dragon, 2 100 Eyes Dragon. I remember saying in the first video I only ran 1, but I took a second look at it, and I found that I ran 2. I run 2 Void Ogre Dragons, 1 Scrap Dragon, 1 Stygian Street Patrol, 1 Ally of Justice Cadister, Armory Arm, and that's it for the Synchros. For the Xyz monsters, I run 1 Utopia, 1 Photon Papillooperative, and for 3s, I've got a Leviair, a Leviathan, and a Wind-Up Zen Maze. That's it for the extra deck. Now I'll go on to the side deck, which is also going to have a lot to do with my second video, and I'll explain the choices and whatnot. But I'm running 3 Rykos and a Charge of the Light Brigade. I'm running 1 Drolin Lockbird, running that 1 Mystical Space Typhoon, that Heavy Storm that isn't in the main deck, Goes and Match, Mind Crush, 2 Dust Tornadoes, 1 Needle Ceiling, and 3 Debunks. Debunk puts in a lot of work. The things I'm testing out in the extra deck are the Drolin Lockbird, because I really hate Exodia, and that's the main reason I put it in there, because my only loss to a tournament I went to a while ago was to an Exodia FTK, and yeah, that is the only reason I put that in there. I'll explain all the choices and why I put stuff in there. They're in the other video, like I said. So just leave a comment saying what you would do to make this deck better, what you liked, what you did not like about this, and what I can do to make my videos better. What I did different from the first video is I put the camera up on the most ghetto contraption you'll ever find, and I will show you that right here. Yeah, I taped a Nintendo box to another box and put it on top of boxes. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe and rate and comment and all that juicy stuff. See you later.